Hello, I'm Rebecca Hanson, also known as Rebecca the Maths Lady, and this is a video about a petition I've started to delay the implementation of the multiplication tables check, which is a new statutory exam in English Year 4 this year, until it's been properly consulted. The purpose of this video is to explain why I've started this petition and why I would hugely value you taking the time to sign it and share it and encourage your friends to sign it too. I need to start with an apology. I have been telling people that this exam was not yet statutory. That's because we were expecting it to be debated in Parliament before a new statutory exam of this type was introduced. But I have now found, after detailed questioning, that somehow the government have put this through under procedures which are generally for tiny amendments to pre-existing legislation, such as a change of date, and therefore it didn't go for debate in Parliament and it went through without being noticed. A whole new statutory exam devised by one minister on his own has gone through Parliament already in this way. And so it will be the law that all children in English Year 4 will have to sit this exam this summer. So I'm not against multiplication tables being assessed and tracked and teachers being encouraged to teach them in appropriate ways, but this has gone very, very wrong. And I'm extremely grateful that more than a score have made a video about it and what it will mean for children. If you're not sure what children are going to feel like when they're taking this exam, this presents it beautifully. It has been set up so that children fail unless they answer every single question out of 25 in 6 seconds correctly, with a guillotine to stop them thinking and puzzling things out and checking them. And that's at the heart of what's so very wrong with this. A lot of people have questioned this. Surely it's not the case that if you get 24 out of 25 you fail, but it really is. If you look at this, section 5, if you go to the end of section 5 here, it explains all about the 6-second guillotine. And here at the bottom of page 11 is the part you're looking for, where we are only looking for the pupils who achieve full marks. That's the only result that's going to be reported to the government. So how did it get so bad, this test? Well, it's because it's the creation of a single minister who's been writing in the press recently that teachers should not be involved in deciding what children learn or how they are taught. That should all be done by him. He covers his ears when people talk about evidence, and he's obsessed with the idea that everything should be rote learnt. So in normal circumstances, the idea of having a multiplication tables check would have been consulted. Different ideas would have been put forward, a rationale would be developed for the idea that was chosen. There would be people championing it, it would be discussed, and if there were concerns about it, steps would be taken to mitigate those concerns. There would be tests and people would look at how those tests worked out, and then there would be scrutiny in Parliament. In this case, if you look at the specification, it's at the bottom of page 8 here. In a footnote we find what happened instead, which was that the resources that were to be spent on assessing the impact of this test were spent instead on ensuring that it only tested for rote learned automatic facts. A lot of the children taking this test will only be 8 years old, which is far too young for this kind of test or this kind of learning expectation. There's no precedent for it. Nobody's arguing that it's realistic apart from the minister who insists it is. So please, please, please support this petition. Please share it. If it gets 10,000 signatures, the Secretary of State for Education has to answer for what's going ahead. If it gets 100,000 signatures, it does have to be debated in Parliament. Please sign it. Please encourage your friends to sign it. Thank you.